This is the DZ03 Draco skin for Drogos coming in Open Beta 61. It's in the VIP section, and this is kind of expectation versus reality, as if you look at the skin compared to the splash art, it's kind of blocky and maybe a bit underwhelming. I think it's just because the splash art is so good. I know I can see where they're going with it. The champion, especially with the Hornet, just looks like an Evangelion straight out of the anime, and actually they have the pilot suit skin for Sky, which looks just like Rhea and Ami's sort of pilot suit. Actually, I think they all wear it, the sort of white pilot suit. So I get where they're going for, and it looks cel-shaded, but in some parts, like the weapon especially, looks like it's just out of the wreck chest. Anyway, we're against a team composition that probably isn't ideal. There's like 2 flankers, 2 healers, one of them a damage with the Grover, and a sniper. However, they're all things that I shouldn't be that great against, but that's why I've gone for Worm Jets and a bit of a super speedier version of Drogos, although I don't think there's actually much of a change with him with the nimble stacking, and I need to do a bit more testing with that to see what exactly you can stack and how momentum works exactly with the nimble and Worm Jets, but there is a card where you get extra speed when you fire spit with the Drogos, and you can stack that together. But it only lasts as long as the fire spit's in the air, which is kind of unfortunate as you want to blow that fire spit up. Anyway, capture the point there. I'm going to try and just blast at our enemies as much as we can, but getting away because I don't want to get sniped by the Strix there. One thing about this weapon is the particles they do look good. Like if you see at the front of the gun, there's like the spiral and the little firefly-like energy particles coming out of it. They look cool. But when you fire the weapon, there's like a ring that comes out, and it kind of blocks your vision a little bit. So, whilst the visuals are cool, they're also kind of distracting. It's probably one of the big things, though, is the voice pack this time around. It's literally like you've ripped out a Decepticon's vocalizer and put it into Drogos, which I would say is pretty awesome. So, that's something worthwhile getting in for. Anyway, just trying to get a salvo off there. The salvo is a bit buggy, this PTS, but we got a little bit of damage off there. One thing that is pretty crazy with Drogos at the moment, this patch in OB61, well actually not coming from the PTS, is the record changes, which they're not bringing in the patch, but it's on the public test server. It basically, if you have Fusillade, the one where it increases the damage of your rockets, you can get like to 1,300 damage-ish in a single shot with your Fusillade and the Wrecker stacked together, and you can also stack it with your Fire Spit, and I think it's like 1,400 damage-ish if you're hitting a tank. It's pretty insane, as you can like 3-shot a Fernando, well pretty much any of the tanks, so that can make Drogos pretty crazy indeed. But here we're just using the Worm just because we're just doing a dance of the Drogos, because we're dancing around all the enemies there. I mean, struggling a bit to aim a bit there, but still hitting the ground, and I think we get the skill. Come on, Maeve doesn't know. That's it. That's the slam dunk we wanted. Get the fire spit in there, and bam. Come on, Grover. You know you want to go down. Talus is coming in for a bit more, but he's also going to get out of there. We knocked out of the park there, I think. It was kind of weird there. It looked like I was going to slam my rocket into the ground there when I hit it into the collision. Oh, well, oh yeah, but basically my game ran out of storage space on my hard drive, so I had to literally go onto Shadow Play and be like, whoa, wait a second, delete something quickly and start up the recording again. That's why it's post-recording this time round, as it did corrupt midway through, but thankfully I was able to salvage it. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to jump around as a super speedy Drogos, just jumping in. And this Maeve hasn't noticed me. I'll just miss 3 of my shots there. I mean, we've got the fire spit off, kind of. Again, that Talus made my mistake of what I did last game, where I jumped into the Drogos into midair, and it just does nothing, because you can't really fire at them or anything. It doesn't really knock them back. So it's kind of pointless, and Maeve's taken us into the abyss of nighttime, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll keep dancing around, dancing the dance of Drogos. I swear that hit somebody there, but it didn't really look like it connected with anybody. I kind of want to just duel this Grover, get as close as possible while still dodging the axes. The only problem there was that there were 4 of them. I was like, I should probably jump up now and dodge. Unfortunately, we were taken out, but it was kind of a sticky situation with 4 of them all there on that side. We were able to dodge for quite a while, actually. 12-1, that's pretty respectable, I would say. And let's just get back in again. So, I mean, on the back, I mean, like, the little bits are pretty cool, but if you've seen the splash art, like in the spray at the start, it just looks so much more realistic than the Drogos is at the moment, and it has sort of more of a grim, dark edge to it, which makes the skin look cooler on the splash art. But, you know, It's pretty good. I'm going to just emote for this. I don't actually get top play of this game, by the way, so that was a completely wasted emote. But I'll just spin across to the enemy side of the map. Again, I don't actually have the card where if I fire spit, I go faster, but still pretty fast, just generally with Wormjets and Nimble anyway. But I do want to see if there's any way to stack a little bit, and how the stacking is affected with the changes this time around in the patch. It might actually be slightly negative, very slightly. It just depends on whether the momentum's affected in just normal movement, if it affects dropping and things, or if it's actually in the thrusters themselves. We'll have to see about that. Anyway, just jumping around. Basically just going to finish them off, keep them in their spawn room if we can. And this Maeve, come on, you need to go down. You're taking too long. Just eat those rockets. Eat these lovely blue rockets that are leaving a spiral. Okay, we're getting a lot of hits off here, but they're doing the dance. Buck stole my kill. How could you do this, Buck? And yes, okay, double kill. Can we make it a Tripski? Get a Tripski. Come on, the Tripski. And sort of. I think it was just elimination. Anyway, GG, and we're going to have to watch through this Buck's victory dance here. Actually, I was playing against Sun Commander earlier, against his book as a Drogos, and it was pretty insane, especially with the knock-up. I might have to make a video about it, because all the legendary cards were bugged before, but the knock-up is pretty incredible. It knocks people up into the air quite far, and because you can shoot at range now, and you do quite a bit of damage, you can still like track them mid-air whilst they're being knocked up, not expectantly, and you just track them and shoot them down. It's almost like a shooting range sort of thing. Anyway, what does everybody else think about DZ03 Draco, or in American, DZ03 Draco? Sure to let me know in the comments section below. And what are your thoughts on the Wrecker implementation in this game, and especially on Drogos, where you're getting up to around like 1,400 damage if you're getting the fire spit off, and all of the damage stacks onto an enemy, so you're basically three-shotting a lot of the tanks. Do you think that's too powerful? Be sure to let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe for more of my content, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Joshino.